tell me about how you decided to curate the menu for Time Out Market Dubai.
I think it was 12 o'clock midnight. She came to me, we are in time out. I said, what? Shut up! No, we will not do it. I don't want to do more. I think I'm really tired. They are crazy. And I let their craziness go.
Which one is the craziest out of the two, please?
This way.
Okay, very good.
Doing your own thing, once it starts to recognize the reward, having that with the family and to have such synergy, it took a while for all of us to put those boundaries for one another.
Boundaries is the magic word.
Yeah.
That's the most difficult part of all of this.
And I think we've managed to find the magic recipe to minimize the arguing.
Hello, JKP soldiers, and welcome back to the show. I hope things are going extremely well. Hope everything that you're doing is amazing, whether you're going for a walk, going to the gym, or simply decided to watch or listen to this podcast. Just wanted to say a humble thank you, as we do not take this for granted. Now, you know sometimes people forget that I am a chef, which is also equal to having loads of emotions. So just want to say a massive thank you. In this episode, we're going to welcome the trio behind 3 by Ava, Lilian, Emilie, and Ava herself. Now, they talk about the mother-daughter team turning their dream into a reality. It's an incredibly amazing conversation, super funny from the get-go, and I want you to just really listen out to see how they all interact. Time to rock and roll. Welcome to the Chef JKP Podcast, live with me, James Knight-Paccheco. All right, you legends, thank you so much for joining us here at Time Out Market Dubai, live with the Chef JKP Podcast. Now, we are celebrating 4 years of this incredible place with some phenomenal talents. Now, don't forget, the most important thing is to follow Time Out Market Dubai on Instagram, as well as sharing, following and subscribing to the Chef JKP Podcast, whether it's on YouTube or on any audio global platform. Now, today, we have a family powerhouse trio. They have transformed the incredible food that we have, at the same time, picked up some phenomenal awards along the way, including being in the prestigious 100 Best Chefs of the World, which is no easy feat, let me tell you. So, from the streets of Jordan to the heart of Jumeirah, and now in Time Out Market Dubai, they've transformed flour, water, and salt into a full-blown cultural experience. Please give it up for the dream team of 3 by Ava. Welcome, please, Ava, Emilie, and Lilian! All right, gang, get settled in. Let's get your mics ready to rock and roll. So, ladies, just don't forget the rules. We'll put your mics nice and close as possible.
I love the introduction.
Oh, thank you very much. I worked on it very hard. I wanted to make sure that you're chilled and relaxed. So, ladies, first of all, thank you so much for coming here. We're extremely honored to have you on the show.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Now, Ava,
Yes.
is it true that they call you the mother of dragons?
Maybe.
I mean, I saw it on a birthday post.
100%. That's my nickname to her.
100%. Can I ask why?
Have you watched Game of Thrones?
Well, I might have watched a couple of.
Okay. I mean, it's the power, the fiery, but yet also emotional. A lot of empathy, yet driving with all the good things in the world. Really.
Now, Ava, first of all, with your story, I want to understand what inspired you to start this incredible concept.
Wow. It's a long story. You want to see my tears, so now? No. No.
You can give us the shortish one if you like.
Well, I wanted all the people to taste the real food and the story behind our food. It's spreading love, spreading laughter, and the soul of my sister. I lost my young sister a long time ago, and I thought through my food, I can see her around and pushing me to be what I am here. So this is the secret. Maybe people, they think, wow, she smiles. What's behind this smile? Nobody knows. But any success story, I believe there is something behind it. So I decided to do this for her soul. It makes me alive. It makes me feel that she's around all the time, like a butterfly.
And by the way, I love that because this podcast, this show, which we started 5 years ago, is all about food memories and how it connects all of us.
Yes, together.
And you yourself, Eva, you talk about connection a lot.
Yes.
Now, through your food and your restaurants and the concepts, how do you want the guest to feel when they're eating your food and after they leave?
The moment they step into 3, they feel this connection. They feel they are coming to their mom's house, to their grandma's house. They look at the flowers, the plants, my smile, greeting them, playing with their kids. It's like when you go and visit your mom or your sister or your mother-in-law. So the moment they step, it's a story, you know? They can memorize every single step. And when we put the food and go and greet them, me or my daughters, to their tables and talking to them, trying to explain what's behind this dish, this thing makes them attached to the place and they want to come again and again. And when they leave, they keep talking about this because all of us, we miss these real emotions, especially in a country like Dubai. Yeah. We miss our culture, we miss our family, we miss these little tiny things.
No, I agree, and I think that's what's magical about where we are. There's so many incredible things. So then, Emilie, if I come to you, you're the sourdough queen, is that correct?
I mean, that's my middle name.
I called her.
Sometimes.
That's your middle name? Okay. So, 3 simple ingredients that you turn to magic. And this is not an easy thing to do, by the way.
Not at all.
Why and how did you decide to really take this up? Because for people who don't understand sourdough fermentation and things like that, it's a challenge for anyone, but you've really taken it to the next level.
If you actually know what Arabic cooking is, it's nothing to do with recipes. So I always hated baking my entire life because baking is precise, it's a recipe. If anything goes wrong, the whole recipe doesn't turn up. But then with Arabic cooking, the way we grew up, you would ask your mom or your grandma, what's the recipe of this? And she'd go like, a pinch of this and a half spoon of that and a mug of this and a bottle of that. But what size is the bottle? What size is the mug? You have no recipe. So when I got to know, I lived in Australia for 4 years and I got to know sourdough there. And what I loved about it, 3 simple ingredients, no recipe. No recipe, just your touch, love, time, temperature, environment, and actually how much effort. I realized that the love is transferred to something that if you actually give it time, it turns out to be so good, so healthy, and so blessed, I want to say.
Controlled chaos.
Yes.
Controlled chaos.
Yes,
Call it.
Very
absolutely,
good.
absolutely.
But then, if we talk about sourdough to mansaf, let's say, how do you approach, balancing that bold creativity? Because it's quite a mix, right?
Sourdough, it's the old recipe of all our grandma.
Absolutely.
We don't have yeast before. My grandma used to mix a flour, which is from the farm, Okay, real flour with water and keep it for 5-6 hours until it becomes bubbly. Then she makes the bread for us. And this bread, we use it for the mensaf. So sourdough, it's related to the mensaf and to our culture, by the way.
And this is pretty much what we revolve around, the mix of the old and the new, right? And it's finding that middle ground in between, and it's become our playground to pretty much make it work, right? Older generation, the new generation, and hopefully whoever comes next.
But I was going to say, Lilian, you're also the creative force behind the trio. Now, tell me about, the making the ambience, the energy, the vibe. What inspires the look and feel of 3 by Ava?
So I think the girls have mentioned earlier, the fact that the food is great is pretty much the cherry on top. The purpose and the idea of walking into 3 is pretty much that experience of when you walk into a place and energetically you're like, oh, it's that. And they come to see Eva and the girls, and they come to talk about their problems, our clients, and they come spend hours and hours sitting at our table discussing personal things and other types of things. And yeah, I was going to tell you, but I didn't want to interrupt the whole thing.
So everyone, please give a huge round of applause to our very sexy executive producer, Marwan.
Thank you very much.
Who is just here. He's the man making the magic. Just wanted to let everybody know. It's very important that he's here.
Yeah, we're good?
Yes.
Lilian, perfect. So, but you were saying, how do you come up with all of those concepts together?
Man, honestly, I think it started from our house. It started from how we were raised, and we just took that forward. It wasn't a matter of let's strategize and let's pick up this color palette and let's make it sexy, and it was none of that. It was just, we've been growing up around the same environment, and 3 really, when I say what differentiates 3 so much from a lot of other places here, is that it's always about family, and family comes first. And whether it's the 3 of us, or now I think there are 90 staff members that we have, and we function around the essence of family comes first. So whether it was through the design, when you walk in, there's a piano at the reception, and it was only because I knew my hours were going to be so screwed at the restaurant. I needed some time to practice, and that's why it's there. It's not because it looks great, it's not because for to give you that experience of, it's just I needed the space to practice and the time.
And how often are you tinkling the keys?
I mean, honestly,
Is it every Friday night, Saturday?
I rarely get the time nowadays. I mean, you know how it is in the industry, but I get my fun elsewhere now.
Okay.
But you know what's beautiful? Our customers, they enjoy this piano with their kids, and they spend time playing it, which is a joy. And if you come to 3 and come to my home, there is a lot of similarity. I try to create another home for all the people to enjoy this warmth. It's not a fancy, very sophisticated place. It's a simple place. We're full of flowers, candles, piano, the way we sit, the way we talk, the ma'moul we do, the kaik, the coffee. It's just, and of course, my garden. This is the best thing there.
Yes.
I take care a lot of my garden. And people, they keep telling me, how come it's very green? They don't know that the banana shells, I put it there, and the eggshell is there, and a lot of love is there.
Zero waste.
Zero.
Fully sustainable, right?
Yes.
But then I also want to understand that 3 by Ava as a brand doesn't feel like a restaurant. As you said, it feels like home whenever you walk in, and it's that incredible hospitality, because let's not forget, hospitality professionals, we are here to serve the guest, make them feel warm, make them feel incredible. So how do you translate that feeling that you have at 3 by Ava from there to a place like Time Out Market Dubai?
I mean, look, it's very important to understand that as homey as it is, it's also a business that you need to run properly with a strategy, with a plan in mind, with steps to move forward, with a vision. And thankfully, you put 3 feisty women together, it's not easy to work together.
I was going to say, how are your meetings? your business
You want to hear
meetings.
the story?
Pretty loud sometimes.
It's but at the end of the day, what I was trying to say is that we share the same vision. Although we're quite opinionated, we're very strong-headed. But at the end of the day, if you do share the same vision and you have trust between you, and especially between family, I mean,
Yes.
and that's
Yes.
extremely rare, in my opinion. There is no time to play and to just say, let's wing it. There's a definite plan because at the end of the day, it's a business. Now, let's not forget, Mama's been doing this for the last 15 years. So there's a lot of experience on what to do, what not to do, the mistakes that you've you learn along the way. I have a background in advertising and media for the last 15 years. Never have I ever imagined I would get into F&B for many good reasons, but here we are. And Emilie also shares a very different line of work, whether it's through her sourdough baking, she traveled abroad, very different experiences. So putting all that together pretty much can give you a solid plan into how to move forward that way. But like I said, the cherry on top is that we make it look simple because that's who we are down to our core. Simple ingredients, flour, water, and salt, just a simple recipe into who we are, and we open that door to our house for you to come in and experience us as rare and as I don't know, as raw as it can get.
So then you're talking about raw. Tell me about how you decided to curate the menu for Time Out Market Dubai, because that must have been quite, how can I say, animated meeting between the three of you. Who made all the decisions?
I will tell you something. Okay. The first time she came to me, I think it was 12 o'clock midnight. She came to me. I'm sitting there. Mom, we are in time out. I said, what? Shut up. No, we will not do it. She said, Mom, stop it. Think about it. I told her, don't talk about it. No.
It was the wrong
She
timing.
comes just like this, Lilian, and she puts me under pressure because always I don't want to do more. I think I'm really tired. I cannot use my mind more, but the beautiful about this, they are crazy, and I let their craziness go.
Which one is the craziest out of the two, please?
This way.
Okay, very good.
Even
Straight
though
away.
She's the pressure
Even
cooker
though-
right here.
She is. She comes with the crazy ideas, but I love it. You know, the combination, the way I accept the things she thinks about it, it works. Because we cannot keep everything to our side in our mind or our way. We have to give a space to the new generation. And when you give them the space with our شو بيقولوا؟ خبرتنا experience. Our experience, it works.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I get a lot of budget rejections. Let's just say
Okay.
that much. But the approach to the market was quite different. Like Mom was saying, the idea of growing, we're not really so much in the business of franchising, at least not now. Maybe in the future, but we're always thinking of ways of how to grow internally, right? So at the moment, we have just finished our cooking school, our masterclass edition of 3, and we're going to start teaching people everything that we know about our cuisine, right? That's one aspect, that's one room or box that you want to call it. There's another new concept that's coming up at the end of the year, but I can't say much about that. And then Time Out happened, and it was
In the middle of all that, and it was like dropping a bomb. So how did we work with that, right? How did we do the menu?
I think it took a lot of our clientele at Jumeirah right now. Very different. You get your locals,
Yeah.
your Saudis, more of the MENA
More
region,
GCC,
more
right?
GCC, Middle East. Yeah. So we had to cater to the market very differently, and it was the right move for us in many different ways because, like I said, we're on a mission to continue to share the story, right? And it was perfect to do that at the market because you get people from all around the world to step in and out and to understand the quality, the depth, and the I would say the beauty of our cuisine, right? But it was challenging in many different ways because you come in and you don't spend an hour or 2 or 3. Like I said, we have clients who come in and they talk about their problems and they share their stories, etc. So it's a whole experience. This had to be addressed very differently in the sense of I don't generally like to use that term, but I would say a deli version of 3, but in a way that works. Just how do you tell the story through one bite without having a conversation? And that was the initial approach to the menu. And then we sat together and, the brainstorming happened and we had the pillars of this is our food, these are non-negotiables, but then what can we add to that to make it, us?
And to really kind of not just portray us, but portray the region as a whole. We have a very diverse line of foods, whether it's the appetizers or the mains or whatever, just in the region itself. So it's very hard for you to go to an Arabic restaurant and see 5 dishes in every section. That doesn't happen ever. It was that I would say that was a challenge in choosing the right items to kind of depict and depict us as a brand and the region combined together.
Well, also I was going to say, I feel a bit sorry for your executive head chef, because he must be like trying to listen to all three of you going,
Or you have no
Bless him.
idea.
He must have a lot of patience.
Bless him.
But then the other thing I wanted to personally congratulate you is that the fact that you've been, you got into this incredible list of the world's top 100 best chefs of the world, and also to be part of, to represent the MENA region, I think is something so special. And I'll tell you why. I've been a chef for a long time now, so 26 years, in ridiculous high-end kitchens. And when I first came here, I didn't really understand or know the Levant hospitality. And what really took me back is that all the chefs from all the different regions were teaching me absolutely everything. And it wasn't just that, it was the warmth, hospitality that we have here. And another reason why we do this show is to showcase people like yourselves. So I really have to say thank you very much for putting the region on the map, through your food, through your heart, through sharing so many incredible things. But when you got that news that you were on that list, and let's be very honest, the people in that room, it was like the Oscars of the chefs of the hospitality industry globally. When you stood on that stage, and I watched it.
I danced.
How was it?
I danced. That's it.
That's how we express happiness in this
danced.
family.
It's for us. It's a bless, but it's nice to know that the Arabic food, especially what we did, got some special acknowledgement.
Yes.
Yeah. That's it.
What we do is pretty simple, right? We don't have the technicalities that maybe other world-renowned chefs have. I admit that. But what we do is so humble, right? And humble means something, and I think that's what was proven
and
that
simple.
day.
And sometimes simplicity is very difficult, to be simple and elegant at the same time, and to leave this touch with your customer. Sometimes to be sophisticated, it's easy, but to be simple all the time and have the customer to come back again and again and appreciate your simplicity, this is really very difficult. I appreciate this.
No, absolutely. And look, I think you've done a phenomenal job with the brand, with where you're going and what you're doing. And as you said, there is something to be said about simple, humble, delicious food that has the taste of home.
Yeah.
And as you said, connecting with people through this incredible culture that you have here, I think is just incredible and amazing. So,
Man, I think things like the Best Chef Awards, they're great. They're fantastic recognitions. But I think you, as yourself, running the business and doing what you do, I think you choose to give it the value that it means to you, right? And for us, aside from the recognition, it only meant that we could continue to share the story and continue to do what we love.
Yeah.
And I think that's what matters the most.
well, and the fact that at the same time, yes, the awards are fantastic, but what's the most important thing is that the guests keep
For
coming
me,
back?
it's you and all the customer. They come and they appreciate. This is my reward, and this is my, special things. I get it from them more than any award in the world, really. Because when you have an old lady on the wheelchair, she comes to our restaurant only to have this quality time. It means a lot to me. And sometimes, people they come and hug and appreciate what we are doing. This is an award.
Yes.
And we appreciate it really more.
So, ladies, we have come to the quick fire round. And I'm going to ask all of you the same question. I'm going to start with you first. Sourdough or mansaf?
Sourdough.
Put your hands together, man.
Mansaf.
Mansaf? Okay.
Mansaf.
Sweet or savory breakfast?
Savory.
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 Savory. All right. Let's go with who is the bossiest?
Me, of course. What do you mean, who's the boss?
I think
I'm
we
the
all
boss.
have our share,
What's this?
and you're very proud. Huh?
No one is boss,
All right.
only me.
We've been told. Everybody knows. Okay. Very good. Very good. Who eats the most falafel at home? You
Our
Absolutely.
falafel, nothing likes it.
Oh. Oh.
I love it.
And who makes the best tea in the family?
Me.
He does as
You,
well.
you okay?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a
Because
very
I
good question.
love English tea.
Milk or no milk?
No milk.
Ah, okay. That's, okay.
No
Just-
milk.
I have to
She
check.
With
lived in
my
London,
mamul.
man. It's a cheat sheet. Like you can't go wrong if you lived in London, and
Yeah,
you have
true.
to make good tea.
True.
Yeah.
So then, what would you say has been sort of the most challenging part of the business so far?
Oh, I think we all sigh when we get asked this question because it keeps, something new comes up every other day, and you thought like you've been through the most challenging, and you're like, nope, not today is one for the books for sure.
Is a big new.
For me, it was the shift between being in corporate and jumping into running a business with a family. I think that initially, the rest, once you figure out the ABCs, you can somehow, with some stress management, you can cruise control into it. But
Yeah.
it was working with the family for sure. I would say that much for me.
I was going to say, so are you missing corporate life or?
A little bit, just a tad. No,
you
honestly,
seem pretty happy.
No, fine. I appreciate. I know that freedom has a price now, and that's what it is. So I do appreciate my freedom. No, but the thing is that doing your own thing, once it starts to fruit, you start to recognize the rewards that and how rewarding it feels in general. But having that with the family. I keep mentioning there are so many cherries on top, man. Like this, the top of the mountain is like filled with cherries when I look at it that way, because it's so rewarding to be able to have that connection through your personal life and through business, and to have such synergy. And that doesn't come easy, huh? Like we've struggled a lot. Yeah, this
Yeah.
You don't snap your fingers and you say, great, they get along. We don't get along, just FYI. We're like,
Tell the truth, please.
this is I'm telling you, I'm now confessing. We fight a lot, we argue a lot, and it's like I said, it's not because of the vision of the business, but it's she's my mom, so I can scream and I ask her for what I want, and I can pull a tantrum, and why aren't you giving me what I want? Rather than sitting and being a bit self-aware and remembering that when I was in corporate, I had to put a plan and a strategy and a presentation and ask, like it had to make sense. So it took a while for all of us to put those boundaries for one
Boundaries
another.
is the magic word.
Yeah.
That's the most difficult part. Of all of
And
this.
I think we've managed to find the magic recipe to minimize the arguing. But I'm not gonna say it's 100% gone, but it's better.
So when you're having a family meal all together, are you talking about business or are you talking about family stuff?
We stopped this.
So phones away.
Yeah.
I have
Just
my
enjoying
holy-
family
Yeah.
time, right?
We don't talk about business
We
during our home. We try our best. At the beginning, we used to bring all our problems
Oh
home.
my God.
But now, no, not allowed.
Very
But
good.
you know, the challenge for me, the challenge, how to bring them into the business and keep them happy. And also, I want them to have their own life and have a family. This is what kills me because, you know, this industry, it takes you away from all the beautiful things. That's why I told them we were not gonna have franchising in these silly things. You're gonna have my grandchildren. This is more important for me.
You've been told, ladies.
She
You've been
keeps-
told.
She keeps talking about these grandchildren, man. I don't know where they're gonna come from, but but honestly, it's just asking that question: when is enough, right? It's a big question that I think everybody in the industry should ask themselves because we could do this for 50 years, but then it's also nice to enjoy the fruits of your labor, like Lilian said, and actually have a family, grow a house, and actually enjoy life while you're
It's
doing
the
what you love.
balance. You have to have a balance in everything. And the other challenge, it's our team, the staff. We care a lot about them, and I care about their feelings and their problems. And I had the problem, especially with Lilian, because she doesn't know at the beginning how to deal with them.
She's a
I
corporate
told
lady.
you, I have like a big
So
fat problem.
we started, you know, now it's different. It took me time to explain for her how to be patient and to listen to their problems and taking care of them. So we really care about them and they are our priorities.
Lilian, I was going to say, you should have trained as a chef, I think.
Man,
You know,
it was the I told you it was the corporate training that got me into this, and I had to really shift and change, and the mentality had to change. I couldn't speak the way that I used to in companies. Just I'm putting it out there. I couldn't approach in the same way, and like I said, when you have a boss and a mother like Eva, like there's no room for.
Also, her budget always high, as if I have a lot of millions beside me. What's this?
As you can see, you are sitting near the golden child. We love our golden child over here, the sourdough, and doesn't cause any problems. And
But look, I think what I really want to say is, yes, of course, there's going to be fights, family. It's normal.
Of course.
But it's because you all have one vision
Yeah.
and one incredible
Of
vision.
course.
And a vision to be incredibly proud of.
Yeah.
You know, what you have built, it's not easy.
man, and it's about being genuine as well, right? Just be real. Like, fine, we're growing and it's great and we feel the success. But the older you get, you start to recognize your priorities. And that for us, thankfully, we have managed to pinpoint and say it's family. And I'm not talking about her grandchildren, just FYI. I'm talking about like us first. Yeah, like just family first. And then, you know, you tend to want to grow in that direction because at the end of the day, we're growing and we're succeeding and you get your money and you get your cash and you want to cash out in the next 7 to 10 years and sell it and great. But then what? And I think this is the essence and the heart of who we are. And that's why we can keep going the way that we are.
Final question. If I was a guest, first time ever in Time Out Market, and I go to your beautiful menu, what is the one dish, no fights please, that I have to try?
Pâte à brûlée.
The feta brulee.
Why?
This
I think it's the one dish that combines us in terms of culture, in terms of modern, in terms of authenticity, and in terms of simplicity. You'd eat it, you'd be like, what the hell is this? That's so good. It could be an addiction, but I genuinely, and that's what it was created upon, like the basis of it being so nostalgic. You don't know what memory it's connecting you to, but I love it. I love
because
it.
the ingredient, the labna, it's take you to our culture. The sweetness is the sweetness of the daughters. The crunchiness of the mom when she does this with her daughter.
Love it.
Stop it.
Love
Yeah,
it.
you
Love
got
it.
a little bit of dates, a little bit of wild za'atar, a little bit of labneh, and the feta. and just brulee it on top. So savory brulee with the dates and walnuts sourdough. Simple, but just straight to the point.
Ladies, I just want to say on behalf of Time Out Market and the Chef JKP Podcast, thank you very much for taking the time to be here today. Please do not stop the incredible work that you're all doing for the region and for the phenomenal culture that we've all loved to grow. Ladies and gents, please give a huge round of applause to the legends from 3 by Ava. Food is memories. What a beautiful reminder of why we do what we do. Food made with love always wins. Go and support this amazing family at Time Out Market Dubai, who, by the way, are the sponsors of the show. So make sure to give them a cheeky follow too. As always, don't forget to subscribe and pass this episode along to anyone who loves food. Thank you for staying until the very end of the show, you total legend. Until next time, food is memories.